Irish slaves are a Mandela effect. Damn.
We're audio library.
All right. Hello. Happy Sunday afternoon. Hope you're enjoying this weather. Like we are, we got our windows open. You should pop them open too. Get comfortable. Make sure you got some good back support. And we today, it is April 22nd, 2018. We're going to be talking about the Mandela effect. We got some people here who have never heard of that. Jeffrey, can you focus?
Sorry.
We got some guests here. I would like everybody to go around the room. I guess, we'll start over here. And everybody just kind of introduce yourselves and let us know. Do you know about this whole Mandela effect? But just, yes or no. We'll keep it moving.
Oh, yeah. Chris Lee here. I don't think I'm an expert, but I definitely know the Mandela effect, yeah.
My name's Abina Redmond. I may or may not have heard of it.
I am Jeffrey Mull. I am familiar with the Mandela effect. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm Mary Morrison. I think this is pretty solid evidence that you guys are going to have to walk away with today. So we're going to get this started off, I think, right? If everyone's feeling comfortable. I'm going to go ahead and read just a quick, brief definition. This is the top definition on urbandictionary.com. Mandela effect. Named after the famous Nelson Mandela, this conspiracy theory is when a large group of people remember something being a certain way, but when people go back and look at it, it's changed or is gone in this universe with no reasoning other than it's always been like that.
I think I remember hearing that definition, but I guess it's a little bit different than I remembered it.
Oh.
What part of it was... Oh, I see. He's making a joke.
Alright, anyway, sorry.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, boy.
If there was a laugh track, thank you.
Please
glad you
clap.
downloaded that app.
So do you feel satisfied? Like, do you have a grasp on it now that you've heard the definition from Urban Dictionary?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I can seriously relate to that phenomenon.
So you felt this effect?
Yeah. I mean, I think that my memory, like my personal recall of things, tends to be fairly accurate, but I think everybody thinks that, and when they think that at the same time, things start to get inaccurate. So I could totally relate to what you just said.
Yeah, I mean, it's named after Nelson Mandela because people, when he died, like, in 2010, I think it was?
2013.
Okay. I guess I misremembered. But, yeah, when he died, people thought that he died in prison in the 80s.
Yeah.
People, vividly remember seeing his funeral on TV and stuff. But obviously it didn't happen. So that's why it's called Mandela effect.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one example and why it's called Nelson Mandela effect.
Yeah.
The Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I felt this before, definitely. It's like
we
deja vu, but with pop culture stuff.
Yeah. Well, I guess deja vu is what you remember. I guess it's kind of a reverse fake memory where it's you remember this happening again or having happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sort of similar.
Isn't all deja vu fake memory?
Well,
or is
fake? It depends on your definition.
Yeah.
What is reality?
All right, really quickly, let's go around the room. Who believes in this? Who doesn't?
What do you mean by
Initial
belief?
Let's take the temperature here.
Initial thoughts on Mandela effect.
I would say that I don't think it's some people think it's a alternate reality thing. There's parallel universes and sometimes they split off and then you get shades of the different universe. I think it's just, people just probably just misremembering things because we tend to, for example, there's a guy who did die in prison in South Africa who was an associate of Nelson Mandela, and I think that was the guy that everybody remembers. So I think it's just psychological.
Or was it
that's
just
a
that in a
stretch.
different universe, their roles were reversed? Alright, Abina, thoughts?
Well, on the surface, I would say the Mandela effect could be, chalked up to he said, she said effect, which is not the biggest problem that plagues humanity.
I don't really believe. I haven't really heard any compelling. Mary's so upset right now.
No,
I haven't heard any compelling evidence for any of the possible Mandela effects.
You haven't heard any evidence yet at all. This is your 1st
I've-
impression.
Yeah, this is how you
Okay,
feel.
yeah, well, my impression obviously is coming in with what I've heard about the Mandela effect before, and yeah, I don't think I've ever heard a Mandela effect that I actually buy. Yeah.
Alright.
I think everyone here is intellectualizing something they all know they have felt the sensation of. So, I guess on that note, I could read. Well, let's get into some
Alright,
effects.
let's go to the examples. Alright.
Any
Start
comments?
with the basic one.
Is Joey watching?
Joey is watching.
Hope that laundry's not getting soggy there in the
He's
dryer.
Alright, so
You put
right
the
now
coins
I
in.
have pulled up an image of the bears. The Berenstein ones.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
this is like the probably best known Mandela effect. Basically, this is a children's book, and if you remember reading it, you remember their name, if you remember how to spell it. Most people thought that it was spelled Berenstein with an E-I-N.
I definitely did, yeah.
Same.
I
Same.
think I believed that.
Yeah.
Same. Oh, do we have 4 out of 4? 5 out of
We had no audio on that screen. I'm gonna add it real quick. Whoops. This happens from time to time. Okay, and we're in. Yeah, so it is Berenstain, not Berenstein, even though it just seems right that way.
Yeah,
and-
right.
No bear
yeah,
stains.
The name Berenstain as a choice for a children's book just feels wrong in so many ways, but that's apparently what it was.
Yeah, it's creepy to start. If it is bear stains, I wish my parents wouldn't have gotten me those books.
Definitely.
See, now here's the thing, though. Like, I mean, are we making commentary about these things as we're doing
Yeah,
this?
we can
or-
talk about Berenstein.
Okay,
Berenstain.
well, see, I thought that was really weird when, like, someone first told me that. I was like, what?
I saw an
That's
article.
so ridiculous. I totally remember reading it, because it's like everything ends. Like, how often in your life do you see anyone's name spelled S-T-A-I-N? Almost every time you see
Never.
anything that ends that way, it's E-I-N. So, I mean, it's just like, in your mind, it seems
yeah.
like it makes sense to remember it that way.
I
Especially
feel
if you're talking about reading it as a kid, you're not going to necessarily remember
what does
which
this look
vowel
like
it is.
to you? Huh?
And I remember physically touching the
looks
book.
right.
I mean, like,
Berenstain.
Yeah, but I mean,
It
like,
says Steam.
it's
Steam.
just like, when
Yeah,
you're first
it does
learning to
look right
read,
me, but it's not. So
I mean, you're first learning to read, it's like, you're not going to remember every single vowel and every single name of every single
that's
character.
so
in the book.
ageist of you to think that children don't have memories.
But also, well, okay,
I'm just coming from my own experience and the experience of people I talk to.
Oh, sure. Oh,
well,
Most
also
kids
just
don't
you
because-
ask
remember
everybody
things,
about their childhood
okay,
memories
guys,
all the
so
time.
quick show of hands. Literally everybody in the room thought it was Berenstein. Who is actually disturbed by the fact that it's Berenstain and thinks that it's evidence? And raise your hand. And if you don't think it's evidence, keep your hand down.
Evidence
hand
of
is
what?
raised.
Evidence of the Mandela effect.
Yes. Is it compelling evidence? Yes or no?
Oh, yeah, I mean, but it doesn't mean it's a parallel universe, it just means...
Well,
That's not what we're asking.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, this is the tone I have
Alright,
on this
so
show.
that's-
Don't take it
You
personally.
got the shoulder pads, I
Yeah.
get it.
3/5 of the room are with it.
I
Alright,
mean, okay.
moving on to the next example.
Wow, groupthink. Nice.
Okay, so pulled up now, I have a graphic of a man, and you guys know him as the Monopoly Man.
Oh,
What
wow.
does he look like? Anybody can describe him visually.
He's got a white mustache.
Top hat.
Yeah.
tail
Monocle?
sadness.
Monocle, for sure.
Yeah.
Or am I
Yeah.
thinking of the
Keep
peanut
going.
guy?
Anything else?
They both have
Yeah,
monocles?
he's got top hat. Or like, you know, it might be closer to like a bowler hat.
It's a top hat. Just
He's got a black jacket, right? Yeah.
He's wearing all
alright.
black for sure.
I do kind of remember him on the package, like with
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
he's definitely
monocle.
running,
Like,
right?
Eric has got the pose down.
Yeah.
he's mid run, and he's got the monocle.
Yeah.
Right. You guys all forgot he had a bag of money, but that's okay because that's not. the
Oh,
Mandela
so he's
effect.
like,
No.
No, he's holding a bag of money like this, but it's not important.
And maybe in some
You
scenes,
guys-
depictions.
Does anybody remember him not having a monocle? Because he doesn't.
Fuck, we totally mixed up the
I knew
peanut
this
guy.
That's why I wasn't saying anything, because I knew
Shit.
this one too. But yeah, that one surprised me as well. But
Yeah, I feel like there's the peanut
really?
guy.
Because that's the one I don't
There
buy
is
into.
no
Like,
There's
monocle.
Colonel Mustard. There's also, shit. Who else am I thinking of that I could be confusing?
well, he has in Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, they make a joke about the Monopoly guy, and that guy does have a monocle. And I think that might be one of those things where there's like a comedy
I've never
referencing.
seen Ace Ventura.
Me
so
neither.
debunked.
Yeah.
air horn.
He also looks
Sorry.
like the guy from like, the
Debunked.
Six Flags commercial.
Isn't his name also Uncle Pennybags?
That guy doesn't have a
Uncle Pennybags. I hope
Yeah.
not. More
Yeah.
things I'm not getting
Okay.
for my kids.
So
penny bags. I won't
Yeah.
get those for my kids either.
No,
I think
thank
isn't his name Uncle Pennybags or something? I don't know.
Something weird like that.
all right. So
Uncle Pennybags. Not
Our
no.
nation's
the
favorite
whole
Uncle
bags?
room,
Mhm.
the whole room except for Jeffrey, remembered a monocle.
Silence is
There
not the same.
Is well, he already knew that there was none. Like he knew the Mandela effect.
I
Oh.
did.
Like he knows a little bit about it.
Right.
But
I knew about this one too.
my hand is raised as it's hard evidence. What do you guys think? Anybody?
I have to say that I feel like there are a lot of characters who. Now, this is probably not what you guys would expect coming from me, but I think there are a lot of characters that are similar, like in animation style, in
Yeah.
like trope. And I did, like, when you both said immediately, like, or is it the peanut guy? I
Yeah.
immediately think that could be an example where I didn't necessarily feel the same visceral reaction I did with, say, Berenstain.
Yeah.
When I heard about the monocle.
Yeah.
I think
I feel like it's
so.
kind of a trivial detail that you could easily
Yeah.
forget.
Okay.
And how
So-
offended you are by it.
So nobody's really,
I
whatever.
mean, I don't even know the last time I played Monopoly.
I'll admit that threw a curveball my way.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I think I would be like, yes and no on basically anything that you're going to say, because I think they are all, like, fall into the same camp of, like, a perfectly explainable psychological phenomenon. And they all have, like,
All right.
perfectly reasonable explanations behind them, so they're
They
all
don't
either-
all have perfectly
Well, let's move
reasonable
on.
explanations.
So does
some,
creationism if you at it that hard, you know?
It's
yes.
the opposite of that. Creationism has a lot of, like inexplicable aspects to it.
That's
Okay.
a conversation for another day, I suppose.
I've pulled up an image that none of you can see of the logo for the brand Fruit of the Loom.
Oh, God.
Can anybody describe to me what the logo for the brand Fruit of the Loom looks like?
Is it cornucopia?
No. Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was just like,
What's in it?
It's like a,
Grapes,
grapes,
banana.
An apple,
It's
at
a-
least an apple.
yeah, it's
At
like a
least
basket.
apple.
There's a banana.
maybe?
An
A
orange?
basket of fruit?
I could
All right,
see.
so we have a basket of fruit, we have a cornucopia of fruit. Mary.
Just like some fruit cluster.
There's definitely grapes.
Okay.
grapes.
Jeffrey,
for
you
sure.
already know the
Grapes,
truth.
definitely
I know the
grapes.
truth.
If
Or at
there
least I know
aren't
the
grapes,
truth in this reality.
Okay,
If there aren't grapes, I don't know.
well, in this reality, you're both wrong.
No.
There's no basket, there's no cornucopia, it's literally just some shitty fruit. However,
Whoa,
the
that was what I
It's
thought it
pretty
was.
ripe looking to
The
me.
Mandela effect was that lots of people remember there being a cornucopia. A
Ah.
little, like, baskety cornucopia.
No, that's
Yeah.
totally a logo of some sort, and I'm gonna find out which one it is.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Huh.
it's just not there.
Okay, maybe not fruit of the
But,
loom.
like, here's what I get frustrated by is, like, why is this our programming? Why can't it just be that the logo used to have a cornucopia? It's so
Nobody
insane
remembers a
that, like,
cornucopia.
the
Can I
the
present-
answer isn't that. I think what's really crazy for me about this particular thing is I think it's so crazy that when you look back, it wasn't just changed. You
Okay,
know, it's
I
like
also
always
see
you
a
look
picture
back and
here
you see the
with the
old timey
cornucopia.
version of it, and you're like,
I mean, there's a
but
lot of
really?
pictures online
Yeah.
of people
Photoshopped?
doctoring the images to make
Photoshopped? I think not. I have.
That's literally the photoshopped image that I use in the video. So yes, that is photoshopped.
So divisive.
Someone made that to talk about the Mandela effect.
Huh.
And but listen, here's some crazy
What
evidence.
the hell?
No, here's some crazy evidence I found in my research. There literally is a patent registered for the Mandela effect version. There is a patent registered for that Mandela effect
So-
version. However, it was never made. They never actually created the image that they registered the patent for, and it was it's like a list of words to describe like the logo that's patented. Yes, it was never fucking made. It was never used
What if they made
In
it
this
in
in
like
this universe.
you know those places you go like Conways or whatever, like where it's like you're totally buying off the truck like weird brand stuff.
Yeah.
What if like that's what happened is like enough of the like maybe they used that illegally, that trademark. Maybe enough
Yeah.
of that like weird semi off brand Fruit Loop
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
and whatnot got them around.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Like, maybe
explain
it's like,
Berenstains.
Like the Adidas's with like the 4 stripes. You know?
Exactly.
Or the Nike with the swoosh the other way.
I'm really blown away and shocked right at this moment. I have a cornucopia of feelings.
All right, next example, guys.
All right.
So you just got the feeling, the like shivers of like the
Right.
Mandela
Embarrassment.
So this one's easy.
Humiliation. Yeah.
effect. Whoa, no.
Can anyone in the
Don't
room
be.
spell to me Looney Tunes?
Yeah, I got this.
Go for it.
Looney-Tunes.
T-U-T-O-O-N-S.
What?
T-U-N-E-S. Totally, it's tunes, because it used to be Merry Melodies, and then it was cartoon. Like, then
If
it was
anything,
Looney
it's
Tunes.
T-O-O-N-S, but I still sort of stand by the correct spelling of tunes. But really, I'm starting to second guess my whole reality.
Because you're thinking that like
That's
cartoons is
good.
spelled C-A-R-T-O-N-S.
Yeah, but I
But
really
it's
think
not-
it was spelled right in Looney Tunes.
Yeah, because it was because it was
T-U-N-E.
Merry Melodies, and then it was Looney Tunes.
Yeah, we got some hard evidence, so what's the
Yeah.
real spelling?
Okay.
Or no, Jeffrey, you need to have an opinion on
Jeffrey, do
Well,
you know
neat.
the truth?
I'm pretty sure I remember this one too. Yeah.
All right. Well, do you remember it because you know what Looney Tunes was, or do you remember it because you looked up Mandela effects?
I didn't look up Mandela, but Matt Gonzalez used to talk about Mandela
Okay,
effects.
so what's your take? Looney
constantly.
Tunes or Looney Tunes?
I think in this reality it's
You're fucking with me.
in this reality it's T-U-N-E-S.
Fuck!
Okay, so
I'm
we
getting
have three
lavender.
for T-U-N-E-S. We have me and Mary with oons.
Okay, no, you
But-
already know this. That's not fair.
No, when I looked these up, I was like, ooh. But anyway, but yeah, you guys are right. You guys are right. It's Looney Tunes like music.
And it makes sense though
I'm
because cartoons and like tunes, people think of like
Do you want
I
some
just-
lavender?
T-O-N-S.
Does anyone need this
What
to
do I
chill
totally-
out?
I
It's
totally-
just some lavender.
I used to be
Are you
fucked
good
up
with
about that when
oils
I was
and,
like a
like,
kid.
scents?
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially
But
if
then
there's
you
like,
know,
Okay, so we're not too weirded out by that one.
I am a little
I'm
like
really- I mean,
I'm a little pissed.
I
To
didn't
be
know.
honest.
I didn't know knowing the history of it would help you answer that question.
Yeah.
Like have the recall if necessary. I did not know anything about Merry Melody, whatever that
Merry
is.
Melodies. That was the
Um,
original like cartoon.
Right, so
yeah.
I had no idea.
One of
And
those.
so when I was thinking how would I spell Looney Tunes, I was like, well, they're loony and they're cartoons.
Yeah.
But that's just like maybe a comment. That's like a weird like. I
Yeah.
thought I knew.
because like if I like
I'm not gonna say I viscerally remember it.
True.
Just looking-
But
True.
when I
Like
do
my-
look at the logos, the cartoons logos looks
Yeah.
better
O's.
than the TUNES.
I'll
logo,
look
too.
that up.
So it's just
the way that I rationalized it in my head, how it was correct was that if there had been that double O of Looney and Tunes, I definitely would have remembered
quadruple
that.
O, too much,
Yeah, but I remember there being a differentiation.
too many O's.
too many. All right, too many. Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Hey.
All right,
Not bad, not
so another example. This is the last one that I have like an image slide for, but I do have some more I can explain.
We
Perfect.
can't see them anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they just look better for the. Okay, so 2 questions about a breakfast cereal. Fruit
But
Loops. Spell it.
I got this.
F.
FROOTSLOOPS.
Nope. What? Wait, FROO? No.
Uh,
Fruit Loops?
Fruit Loops.
FRUIT. UITLOOPS.
It's too simple. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Well, see, now you got me second guessing because the last one it was spelled right, not spelled TOO.
I
So
think
is it-
this time it's spelled right,
I
too.
actually don't really stand by what I just said.
Fruit. Well, maybe it is
I'm
an
kind of
O
throwing
I
it
or
You guys are
something.
confusing each other. So
I
just
think
like,
I'm
go with
starting-
your gut. So you think it's fruit with 2 O's. You think it's fruit spelled like fruit. Jeffrey,
Oh, it's the fruit that's in question.
Again,
I say 2 O's.
how the fuck else would you spell loop?
I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know what I'm gonna be wrong about.
Okay, go
Fruit
ahead.
Loops.
again, another one that I've heard, but I
Okay.
forget. But I'm pretty sure in this reality,
This-
it's double O's again.
And Chris,
I don't remember. I don't know.
you have no clue. Okay. All right. Second question. What do Fruit Loops taste like?
Lemon.
What do
Like
they taste like?
Blue Bunny ice cream, like that, or Blue Moon rather, that flavor, like
Yeah,
lemon,
yeah.
lemony.
Blue Moon's lemon flavor?
Like when I had it, I was like, this tastes like Fruit Loops and lemons. That's
Well,
I mean, I know
orangey,
what
I
you mean
think.
with the
Well,
Fruit
is it Fruit
Loops.
Loops and lemons, or is it just Fruit Loops lemons because they taste the same?
I would associate this. Oh, I don't think they taste the same. I would say that Blue Moon ice cream tastes like Fruit Loops.
I would
which-
say also the ice cream tastes better than the
Similar.
cereal. But I feel that
yeah,
the
definitely.
way about cereal versus ice cream, I guess, in
yeah,
general.
always.
All right. So that one again was one that you guys seem pretty split on. I thought this was crazy. It's fucking Fruit Loops with 2 O's.
Oh, okay.
And apparently all the Fruit Loops taste the same. I thought they were different flavors.
Definitely
That's
all
tricks.
taste the same.
Tricks.
I
Tricks.
caught onto
And
that.
then so
ASAP.
I thought that too. When I read about it, I was like, oh wait, no, that's Tricks.
Yeah.
Tricks
and then
are
I
for
looked it up,
kids.
and Tricks are all the same flavor too.
Oh,
Now tricks that.
I mean, like, yeah,
and
that's
so are Fruity Pebbles, but I thought that was
that's weird. But it's like they're all different colors, so that's easy to confuse kids psychosomatically.
Yeah, right.
I guess my inferior child brain.
No,
Oh,
again, I don't like this ageism at all.
I think it's notable that the psychoactive effects of the various food colorings is different. So, like, I could associate the taste being different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I agree,
Yeah.
but
Some
the
of them
spelling
cause
I think is
ADD,
fucked.
Some of them cause.
Don't get your...
No, but I mean, yeah, I feel like if you drank like something that's like, even if it was like the same
Vaccine.
flavor, if one's like red and one's like yellow and one's like green, you'd be like, oh, this one tastes a little more like
Green.
citrusy. Or this, yeah, this one tastes a little more fruity.
More
or something.
carcinogenic.
Yeah. But
Wait,
even though
wait.
they're all the same, because you just like you're psychosomatically like thinking about it.
Oh, okay. For one reason, I thought you were going to tell us whether or not Blue Moon ice cream was lemon. Like what it's supposed to taste
I
like.
don't
I
know
have
what
no
blue
idea
ice
what it's
cream
supposed to
is.
taste like. I just remember tasting it and thinking Fruit Loops for sure.
I know what you mean, though.
Which is like it's like lemony cream, like maybe like
Yeah.
a lemon tart or like some sort of just like lemon flavored
Like, right.
butter cake.
All right. So at this point, I'm gonna read some comments.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Who are those people?
All
Why
right.
do their opinions matter?
So the comments. Well, I mean, one of them is in this house right
from
now.
Minnesota says.
Okay, so I'll start from the beginning. Joey Eichler wants to know, isn't this episode 3 though? To which I say, that's stupid, learn how to count.
Wait, what episode is it?
2. Like, we did one yesterday and we did one today.
Well, we did do 2 yesterday.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the first
Are
one
you
is...
guys remembering this differently?
Oh! Okay,
Wow! Does it have to be multiple
You guys
people,
are
or
really
do you
making a
know?
mockery of this, and I'm
Okay,
a little...
guys!
the tone is not really sitting
All
well
right.
with me.
The next comment was
great.
from Vinny, and Vinny says, the first time someone asked me this question, I couldn't remember because I never actually visualized the name when I said it. This is about
Baron.
this is about
Berenstain?
the Berenstain
Yeah.
book. You never visualized the name when you said it. People not remembering 2 letters in the name of a book they read as a child is a dumb indicator of
Okay.
alternative timeline.
That's a little judgy of someone else's
also, it's
feelings.
only one letter different.
Yeah.
And it's a
Actually,
big difference.
right there.
Stain versus
Yeah.
Stein makes no sense.
What about
So
Steen?
you're a little dumb.
Steen?
Vinny, learn how to
Except
count.
Bernstein.
Also,
Bernstein
just-
is how my mom said it.
First
Sorry
of all.
to call you out, Luann, but
Wow.
Okay, and then he said that he knew that Mary would say something about children not remembering things.
that's like,
That's-
wow.
Sorry, we can count on having a children's rights activist in the room.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting point. I think you bring up a good point, though. Like, I mean, why do we just automatically assume that kids are...
But I don't know. I would assume the same about adults. Like, my assumption was, like, I probably wasn't reading the Bernstein Bears to myself. My parents were probably reading it to me. And they're probably more accustomed to the name Steen because it's a lot more common than Stain, and so they were just, like, saying it out loud.
I can chime in here that when the Bernstein rift occurred, because it did, that my parents were also that they were split, and then they got divorced. So
that's also it was around. I think the shift. I'm trying to like remember because I remember learning to read at the tender age of about 6 years old. Not to brag or anything, but I'm just saying that the evolution of me reading and the Bernstein Bears were definitely some of my first books that also coincided with 9/11.
To continue to
9/11 is either the start of time and space, or it's when the paradigm shift occurred.
Wait,
with the shift in time travel.
Are you supporting my theory right now, or is that somebody else's theory?
No, that is a theory that you are a part of because your intuition gave you the knowledge, and sometimes knowledge isn't just reading and going on and reading articles. Sometimes you know things because your brain is more complex and the collective unconsciousness is more powerful than the man wants to let you know it is.
Which man?
Who man?
The men. The men.
But I mean, you could also say that intuition can be, I mean, like when it comes to like recalling specific details like that can be dangerous because, I mean, your memory is not perfect. I mean, there have been studies that show like, there was, you can like for example, in criminal cases, people like misremember stuff all the time. Like, that's why
leading the evidence.
Continuing the comments, Vinny said one letter works in my favor, to which I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, I was agreeing.
Joey said, ask them if there's a dark side of the moon. This was in contention yesterday. I would like to know Chris's like immediate take, and then I'll explain why he's asking this question.
Is there a dark side of the moon?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a side of the moon that we always don't see, but it's not always dark.
Exactly. Which is what I had to teach Joey yesterday. He was convinced that because the moon rotates on an axis, that we do see the entire side of the moon. We just only see one face at a time.
The moon is
and
a
I had
face.
to explain to him that, like, that's not... There is legitimately a far side / dark side of the moon, and we don't see it. We see...
Yeah.
What is it, like... What percentage of the moon do we actually see?
I think it's like 40%, or 60%, I mean. 60% we see.
Yeah.
And there's 40% we don't.
Yeah. 40 would make no sense.
We see less than half.
Well, I mean, it is. It's like, because there's like the whole face that we usually see, and then sometimes you get like an extra 15% based on like, I forget
But the moon isn't like rotating on like a spinning axis the way that the Earth is, like around the sun. Yeah, it's basically...
It's around
just
us,
facing us, and it's like we're holding like a kid in our hands and spinning them around.
Yeah, it's tidally locked, but only halfway tidally locked.
So
there will be a point where the Earth. Sorry, maybe was a really cool thing. Hey, what's up, Joey?
Great.
Well, there you go. Don't you have a phone?
Vinny, can you please let him in?
But I just think it's a really cool fact is there is a point where the moon will be locked with the Earth, such that only one side of the Earth sees the moon.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Quick
it's like,
fire poll.
It's the ocean that's holding the moon, facing
if you believe in gravity.
Well, the moon is holding the ocean.
Quick fire poll. Do you believe the moon landing was fake? Yes or no?
I mean, I
yes or
cannot
no?
prove that I saw it.
Yes or no? Feeling. Do you feel yes or no?
I could believe that it was faked.
Yes.
I think it happened.
Yes. Oh, it happened as they said?
I think the moon landing was real.
Okay, so no, you don't think it's fake, or yes, you do think it's real.
Okay, it's real. Okay, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I believe that the moon landing occurred as it has been presented to have occurred in 1969.
Good recall.
Why? What does this do with Mandela effect?
Nothing. Quick fire poll.
Oh, okay.
That was just like a moment that we decided to have. Well, Mandela effect examples. Basically, let's just talk about like the implications if it is true. So, how do we feel individually after all those examples? Individually, how do we feel about, is it real or is it just people being stupid, Chris?
Well, I mean, if it is real, then it seems like it only applies to really small details. which seems to me really bizarre. I mean, except for like Mandela. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
Nelson
Nelson
Mandela being alive.
Mandela is a small.
Okay, well then
yeah.
give me another one. That's
Wow.
like other than like what like whether there's a U or two O's in Fruit Loops. I mean, like I don't know. It seems like if we're talking about parallel universes like colliding and potentially
The
like
butterfly effect.
separating apart, then wouldn't there be like we should like have like memories of like I don't know like misremembering which president like it was like
Do you know
president when we were born
how
or
many
something?
people do you know who can go past the presidents that were alive when they were born?
Go past.
What?
Like
Remember.
recall.
Yeah, do you remember like
The president that was
like
alive?
years of presidents?
I can name all the presidents, yeah, but I'm
Right
also
now?
weirdo. Yeah.
Start.
George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, William Harrison, John Tyler, James K. Polk, Zachary Taylor, Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, James Garfield,
Wow.
Chester A. Arthur,
Chester A. Arthur, I have never heard of him before.
Who the fuck is Chester?
That's not
what's
real.
that guy?
Chester,
Harrison, what was his name? Benjamin Harrison.
not real.
What the
Don't
hell?
remember him.
Fuck, Grover Cleveland. Oh, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin
Yeah,
Harrison,
he
Grover
was-
Cleveland
yeah.
again.
Real, I guess.
Fucking, then I get tough. I know there's somebody, then there's Taft, Roosevelt. Anyway, why are we on this?
Wait, that sounds like a cop out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Coolidge,
Joey's here.
Hoover.
Alright.
FDR. I keep going.
No, get on the couch. You can't see
The
it.
point is, why don't we misremember
There's no
important
room on the
things?
couch.
That's the point I'm trying to make. We misremember tiny things that seem like they'd be easily explained. It's just like lapses in memory.
Chris, can you move up to the couch?
That is my point.
Wonderful.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, well, how do you think?
Wow.
And
Yeah,
the commie
so-
has arrived.
Here you go, Joey.
Applause.
Did anybody, oh, cool.
We got you something.
Did you find in your research the one about Kennedy's car?
Please, share.
How many seats were in the car that Kennedy was shot in? We've all seen the picture, right? How many
5.
seats? 5? What do you think?
Well, like the back is a bench, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't there two sets of benches?
So
Because
how
there was
many-
the governor of Texas was in front and he got hit with the magic bullet.
Right, but so now
So
we're
there's-
talking about 3 rows of seats.
Wow,
in a
grassy
convertible.
knoll
Yeah.
already.
All right, so he's got 3 rows.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember because it's not like
If
I
they're all
watched a
benches-
video of a man getting assassinated enough times to remember how many seats were in
But
the car.
well, I mean, like the Mandela thing is that it's like it's important. Like you would think.
Oh, is your head too big for that?
Yeah, I'm full of
Wow.
brains. Sorry.
It's weird.
I don't know. This is a common one that most people remember it as being like. Because you remember the picture of like Jackie like reaching back trying to get to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many seats?
No, she's reaching back to get out of the car. and reaching to
Right.
the
Yeah,
wall.
she's reaching like on the trunk of
I
the
guess
car.
that's a conspiracy
I
too.
looked up a video of the assassination and like
Just right now.
4 comments down, it was like Mandela effect. Who remembers how many seats were in the car?
It was probably you.
It wasn't you. It's probably Matt
Mandela effect,
Gonzalez.
that was Joey.
It was probably Matt
Um,
Gonzalez. This is the one that he
yes,
told me that
yeah,
I was
he's
like,
right.
wow, that is fucked up.
Alright, well, okay, so if they're all benches, then it's. I remember there being 2 benches. If the front seat isn't a bench, then it's 5, like, considering the bench 3 seats. Whatever. What's the answer? How many seats?
I guess it's like that one. It's like
There's
there's
just
an
like a
extra
regular
row of seats.
convertible.
If you look at the picture of it, the way I remembered it when I looked at the picture of it, it was like this car is too long.
Yeah.
That's not the way I remember this car.
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah, I can kind of like remember it like that.
I'm gonna look up
I remember it
picture.
being
But,
like a standard convertible.
No, because
Yeah,
you had the governor
I've
of
seen
Texas got hit in the elbow. With
Right.
the
When
magic
somebody
bullet,
mentioned
yeah.
that to me, I was like, yeah, I don't remember
I think
how
there's
that
like
happened.
a lot of like theories about the fact that he got hit in the elbow too, though. Like
Oh,
in
yeah.
terms of
Well, yeah.
trajectory of
Oh,
the
yeah.
bullet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why there's
the
multiple
magic
shooters.
bullet.
He shot himself.
Right? Hey.
Now we could talk about that
We
one all
already
day.
established that Courtney Love did it.
That's
Right.
true. That's true.
Wow.
Courtney Love shot
Oh, there's a
JFK.
hole in your story.
When she
That
did a
was
time
episode-
slip.
Yeah, there was a hole in a couple of things in relation to.
Courtney
Courtney
Love.
Love.
The,
What
well,
the
I was
fuck
going to
is
say
wrong
the
with you?
Kennedy assassination.
Hey, if you want to talk about a Mandela effect,
Thank you.
I don't know if this counts as a Mandela effect, but
Whose dick do I got to suck to get a fucking LaCroix around here?
Oh, I'll give you a LaCroix.
Oh, thanks.
How do I
That
get
was
it
easy.
back?
I'll get a LaCroix.
Wow, I really know how to clear a room. Huh?
wow.
Sad.
Whoa.
I think it was actually me probably. Doing it.
What did
Alright,
you do?
I'm gonna show the picture of the car real quick.
Yeah, let the people decide which one's real, which one's fake. What? There's another one of those?
What is
So-
The
that?
last LaCroix in the house.
Can I
is how
point
much
out
I
that this
love
car
Johnny.
looks
Thanks,
super
bud.
fucked up? real quick?
Yeah.
Um,
The real one,
Are
right?
you looking at it?
There's literally like where there's a fucking like fake ass window. What the fuck?
You're looking
Right?
at the
Yeah.
Kennedy
It's
car
almost
right
like
now?
somebody made this image to make you believe some shit that wasn't true. Mary, you get me.
I guess I'll admit.
Or are we
this.
back in
It's
this
an
mode? Are we
agreement.
back in like?
No, I guess
"Boo"?
I
I thought we were putting on a new face. I thought it was a new day. the sun is
yeah,
out.
I don't want
Okay,
you to be my
patriarchy,
adversary,
stop
but
telling her to smile.
Oh.
adversary. Yeah, you are telling me
Wow,
to
yeah,
smile
that's a
right
really
now,
weird
especially.
car. But I guess it's like,
Let me
yeah.
see.
I'll just sit here quietly.
It's,
That's it.
yeah, it's
No,
got a
that's
whole
not
separate.
what this is.
It's got like a separate
Don't
seat
be
for like
sour.
the Secret
That's what it
Service
feels like.
up there. So
Wow.
this is like, so it's like a limo. It's like a
Yeah, it's
convertible
like a limo, yeah.
But it's
basically.
not as long as like a limo. It's just like a long car.
I mean, there are different
That's the
sizes
definition
of
of a limo.
limos.
no, but when I think of a limo, I think of like
I think they're a stretch limo.
a long boy.
Because most limos are only just like one extra row of seats.
Coincidence?
That's the same picture I just saw. Alright.
Hey, is there another
Okay.
LaCroix? Oh, you already said it.
Yeah.
I was just gonna throw out there that everybody remembers the line from Forrest Gump, right? The famous.
Chocolates.
I may
Yeah,
not
that
be a
one.
smart man, but I know what love is.
No,
yeah,
no,
this
the
is
one with the
Kennedy
chocolates,
car.
Oh yeah, okay.
right? What's the line about the
I was
chocolates
not
from
gonna get
Forrest
that right.
Gump?
What's the same?
Life, you
Uh,
never know what you're gonna get.
What's the whole quote though?
Mama
Mama
always
always
said
said-
life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, but it's like what life was like a box of chocolates.
That doesn't even make
That's
sense.
not true.
Mama always
Look
said
it up.
life was like a box.
Yeah.
I'll believe it. Yeah.
No,
Right.
I've seen it.
I'm
I've
just
seen
looking
it.
at
He
Everybody
doesn't-
remembers his life is like a box of
Slide.
chocolates.
That was
It makes
written
more
on
sense.
the dark side of the moon.
Well, his mom's dead at that point.
Yeah,
Sorry,
life
spoilers for
literally
anybody that
was.
hasn't seen
Wow,
Forrest Gump.
sad.
His mom's dead at that point. And
Well, he
so
does
he
use
could,
past tense,
so
yeah.
he could be
Alright,
using
so-
past tense. Also, his mouth is full of
I have
chocolate.
the Mandela effect.
It's like, I like a box of chocolate.
That's a valid point. That's a
Alright.
good point.
So I searched that up. And according to the internet, and I have like the Mandela effect literally visible on my screen, there's a YouTube video that's the title is Life is Like a Box of Chocolate. But there's the answer that says, the quote is, my mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
My
mom.
mom. said?
Yeah.
My mom?
My mom.
He never.
My mom.
That character never said my mom.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Alright, well I'm gonna watch the video and we'll find out.
Okay, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's more shocking to me than like was.
See, I don't know. This is all just messed up.
My mom?
Well, I guess, do you guys
I'm
have
gonna
any
watch the video.
theories as... Oh, yeah, sure.
Just gonna check
Have we
this
gotten
one.
into like how and why? this
No,
happened?
we'll get into that after this clip.
I just figured that's where you would be shining.
I've been shining.
I'm interested to hear your
I
thoughts.
can't even compliment you.
No, but you guys can all have sips.
You only have one LaCroix.
Yeah, Joey didn't bring any this time. Because he's
I-
not a real communist.
Where'd you get-
Wow. Is this the ones that I bought yesterday? I thought we would have re-upped.
Is that the last one of that one?
Yeah.
Man,
I guess we could take a break and go get some LaCroix.
I can
don't
make a LaCroix run.
really think.
I mean, it wouldn't take long.
Let's,
But
I could
I'm
just
not.
go make a LaCroix run. I'm a pretty silent fella in these videos anyway.
No.
Nobody will even notice I'm gone.
I think
Mel
the
can take my
commenters
place.
should vote.
okay, so definitive reaction after watching that. I'm not sure.
His
Right.
mouth was full of chocolates.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It could have been my mom. That's. It
It could
wasn't.
have been
It for sure wasn't just mama. It was either my mama or my mom. And it honestly could have just been mom.
What the?
Mama
But it's
always
definitely
said-
life was like for sure,
Yeah.
according
Yeah,
to that video.
was that.
Which is funny because the same video is titled "Life Is Like."
I've
That's
never
how I
seen
remember
it.
They
It's
created the
stupid.
Mandela effect with that one error.
Yeah. And this is the thing that's significant.
And that came out before
is when
9/11.
it's when you're talking about Nelson Mandela
Just
or the
saying.
Kennedy assassination, or even like movies that were this popular. It's like this is stuff that a bunch of people saw or heard. So how is it that everybody had it so wrong?
Can I get into the two theories?
Please. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Two theories. Two popular theories on the Mandela effect are one, time travel. All right.
Wait,
Some-
by who? And
This is the urbandictionary.com continuation of the definition. So time travel. Some believe that times travels have come back to the past and changed one little thing that ended up changing many other things, kind of like the butterfly effect. Think about it. The future has already happened, so even if time travel, say 1,000 years in the future, is already been done, which means time travelers are going back to the past, which is our present, and changing little things.
Just to fuck with everybody?
Yeah, like why haven't
Or
they
an
killed
accident.
Hitler yet?
Yeah.
or
Like
something?
butterfly effect. Like they just show up, and even if they're there for like 2 seconds, it changes like the airflow enough
Donnie
to
Darko.
change everything. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Joey, maybe they haven't killed Hitler yet because, like, you don't know who they did kill.
Well, or maybe there was somebody worse than Hitler and they killed him.
Or maybe we're in the timeline where
Yeah,
Hitler
it's that.
lived,
Yeah, it's alternate realities.
and like that's why we get the echo from the Berenstain.
It's not
It's
one.
somehow-
Yeah.
Because
Which
like
is-
maybe they were like,
Wow.
you know, like in the era where Hitler's killed, there's more Jews.
Well,
So
the
then
authors-
Berenstain is like, you know, like from
the,
that era.
The authors were like fleeing.
But we
they
said
were
we
like
weren't going to
German
bring
Jews
it
that were
back to
fleeing.
the Jews and
Why? Because it's like a lot of conspiracy theories.
What's the other
Yeah.
theory?
Really, that's we don't really feel good about time travel.
Well, I just want to compare.
Okay.
I feel like it's just that's like the obvious, like.
That's the lazy
Okay.
answer.
All right. The
Send me
second.
the lizard people. Come on.
Well,
These
the
are the only
lizard
two theories.
part of our brain is real, but
These
that's
are the
another
most
episode.
popular theories.
All right, the
There's a lot
second
different
Of the
theories.
popular theories is the parallel universe. I mean, this is something Einstein talked about. If you want to get into it, quantum physics.
Einstein or Einstein?
Einstein.
Oh!
Bear Einstein. Bear Einstein.
Damn it.
Bear
That's so hard to
and
open.
Steen.
There you go.
The truth is out there.
Woo! Others believe that sometime in the last decade or two that the world went through a black hole, or that our original world ended, and now we are in this parallel universe where something changed in the process of switching or going through the black hole. Parentheses, most think in the years 2000 or 2012. This happened because many thought the world was going to end.
Wait, let me hit you with a quick, just so we have all the theories, because the one Matt was really into,
Yeah, let's. Yeah.
just so we have them all on the table, then we can fuck with them at will. The Matt Gonzalez theory was when they do the hydrogen collider things.
The Hadron Collider.
CERN.
Hadron Collider?
CERN. CERN.
Yeah.
That's the people who built that.
Those things, when they do that they actually create alternate realities every time it happens. His whole thing was that every time like an event of a certain seismic magnitude or whatever takes place, like presumably like when the atom bombs went off and shit, that the splitting of the atoms caused alternate realities to form. So in his theory, which I thought was really, and he went all into this like Schrodinger's box shit about like how basically there's just like infinite different realities, but that those things are like causing it to happen, and his whole concern was that eventually something really bad is going to happen because of it.
Well, things bad happen every day, just not to
Yeah.
people living in Logan Square
All right.
necessarily.
Did we ever
Usually.
get like a hit back from that guy?
Matt Gonzalez?
Yeah.
He's on his way to work. He said he'd tune in. You better be watching that.
Could we phone him in? But would he be down to be?
My
like,
I mean-
phone battery is a little low.
we have
Somebody
like
got
else.
Matt
some
Gonzalez.
phones in the room.
Let me get
Well,
I
this.
was trying to conserve my battery for our air horns.
That's a valid reason, I guess.
Yeah, we have to ration our resources.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Well, see, the problem with that theory, though, is that they're not doing anything explicitly, like,
It's all
high
acc-
in magnitude.
It's accidental.
It's no, I mean, it's just,
Oh, I
but
see.
it's like, as far as the
Yeah,
particle
like
collision,
nuclear
just-
nuclear
I mean,
explosions.
but
It
occur,
splits the
like,
atom,
on-
doesn't it?
You said
Huh?
seismic
Isn't that what
split.
the...
No, they're just colliding very, very, very tiny, like, particles. So, I mean, there's just all the energy just goes into sucking all the other particles out of it, and
I
then
thought-
just smashing.
I thought the objective
Tiny
was that
molecules.
they're basically trying to like do nuclear fusion.
No,
They're not?
no.
See, more Mandela effect.
It's just observing what happens when they like. It's like taking everything out of like a tube, and then just like smashing two tiny things into each other and see what happens.
Well, now we know what happens.
Did you know that when you break down atoms, there's always a parallel twin atom?
Antimatter, right? What are you talking about?
Nancy, what?
Antimatter. What are you talking about?
Maybe.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like if you go on enough of a microscopic level, there's nothing there.
Yeah, basically.
Well, then what?
It's wacky.
What?
Which is why everything and nothing can all exist at once.
Well, it depends. Like, I mean, they're different. like to a certain degree, we can't observe what something is.
But they do
They're
observe it because
theoretical.
when they look in the microscopic evidence, you see the two. This is Einstein stuff.
Stop saying his name out. Everything's already
No,
happening.
I'm
can
sick of
relate to
this
it better
universe.
when
I'm
she
going to the parallel one next to
pronounces
it.
it that
So
way.
rude.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
one where Trump
yeah.
lost. Yeah.
Or
Alright, so let's just
And
do
Kennedy
some
was shot in a
more-
monster truck. It was Texas, baby. Go big or go home.
Alright, I've got,
Wow, sorry.
I've got some comments over here.
Oh shit.
Seymour Mamie wants to know. Well, not really. They just called Joey a stinky boy.
Huh.
Wow.
Aw, that's not nice.
Yeah,
They
wow.
said that,
unsubstantiated
smell
by
him
him,
through the
but by
camera.
me, I would say sure, why not?
and then they also said you can't observe dark matter, but they try and.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then Seymour asked to be phoned in.
All right,
Do I
cue him
know?
up on the Facebook chat or
They're
whatever.
calling me a stinker. I don't think I know
This
who
is
that
gonna be like the
person is.
C-SPAN guys.
Seymour.
I love it,
call-
C-SPAN.
Identify yourself, Seymour.
Who has the most phone battery right now? And can
I
go-
could actually do this, probably. It's a
You just have
cricket
to
though.
put on like.
Seymour, maybe.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean?
Well, my phone
Shit.
won't really let me pull up the stream ever. But
no,
I
not on the stream. You just have
Who are you?
to put it on speakerphone
I
wait.
don't know who this
by the
person
microphone.
What's his name though?
Just call Mary Seymour.
is.
I'm tagged in this, right? I can't.
I
see
can't
it.
even. I can't even click on their profile, so I don't know
All
who
right.
this person is.
So anyway,
Fake person.
Hey,
who-
Vinny, if
we'll
you're
see when Seymour calls. But let's go on with some more Mandela
Let's just
effects.
put Mary's
So-
number on the video.
Yeah, for sure.
Call it.
probably not.
Curious George.
Something.
What about him?
Oh yeah, this.
Curious George. What does he look like?
The little
Brown,
little
for
fucking
sure.
monkey.
Okay,
Yeah.
brown. He's a monkey.
Long limbs.
Long
Long
limbs.
skinny tail.
He's a little
Long
gangly
skinny
boy.
tail. Gangly boy.
Kind of like if Mel was a monkey.
Will you hold her up for rough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reference.
It looks just like this. Here, hold on.
Come on, show him how
It
curious
looks
you are.
like that.
This
tail.
is Curious Mel, which is
It's
basically the same.
like that, but with brown fur, right?
Yeah, basically.
All right. He's not wearing any clothes. He's not wearing
No.
any like accessories.
Wait a minute.
I mean, it's,
I've seen him with some rain boots.
He doesn't do the Winnie the Pooh thing with the shirt with no pants,
Yeah,
right?
Donald
What
Duck.
That was
about-
a red herring. It has nothing to do with clothes. He doesn't have a tail.
He doesn't have a tail. He's a monkey.
Yeah.
He
I know.
has a tail.
This is bullshit.
What kind of monkey doesn't have a tail? Oh, I guess you mean like yeah.
There
That'd
is
be
an
that'd
accident?
be an ape, I guess.
Yeah, it's a tiny ape.
What?
Yeah, no tail.
What? I like specifically mentioned the tail. I feel really.
What?
Really?
A tail.
Tricked by the hydro.
What the
You're
hell is that
very
yellow
from the you're
motherfucker
very
doing?
much from the other dimension.
He's mutilating his monkey, cutting off his
He's
tails.
mutilating his monkey.
Sad.
You probably shouldn't say that.
That fucking yellow-wearing bastard.
All right.
No, this little guy does not have a tail.
Yeah. No tail. All right. Rapid fire. Peanut butter brand.
Shit, it's bananas.
Oh, I'm
Jif.
hungry.
Oh
Skippy.
yeah.
Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Jiffy.
Jiffy's not one. Goober
Yeah,
is like that peanut
Jif.
butter and jelly mixed together.
choosy kids. You choose Jif. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You look like a
Smuckers.
evil mad scientist. Just
Smuckers
like
for sure.
yes.
Smuckers.
Smuckers?
Yes.
Peanut butter?
Yeah,
Don't
absolutely.
they make the ones where they have the jelly and the peanut butter in the same thing?
That's
Yeah, for
Goober.
sure.
Oh, okay.
Goober.
Well,
Sure.
anyway, okay.
Yeah,
you all
this-
passed.
What'd you call
in
me?
this uni- in
I
the
don't like
universe.
peanut butter.
You're all in the
That's
right
dumb.
timeline because
It's
it's
gross.
the confusion over
You're
peanut butter brands is that people think that Jif peanut butter was called Jiffy, and
Dumb
they're wrong.
asses.
Yeah,
There's Jiffy
it's-
Pop.
it's-
There's Jiffy,
Yeah.
the, like white
But-
shit.
Didn't Mary say Jiffy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mary
because
said
I.
Jiffy.
But
So
I
you're-
heard about this earlier today when I was preparing.
Oh wow.
You're just trying to fuck us all up.
Man. Huh. So we're just not talking about the theories now? We just threw those theories out there and now we're not even talking about it?
Well, I'm
Well, here's
I'm
my
presenting
thing.
Some more of
It's
them.
just like obviously people mix Jif and Skippy in their minds, and like if they had
Mhm.
honestly spent more time critically looking at these labels, being label readers, if you will, then this wouldn't even like be a conflict.
Damn.
I think it comes down to like
Wow.
the health education crisis in America.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Well, Two, in addition to the health crisis, yeah. In
Health
addition,
education crisis.
right. In addition to the health, in addition to the health and education crisis, I think it also could be that like we're not like letting ourselves educate ourselves enough, and we're really closed off to our intuition. And there's a lot of I don't mean to harp on this, but there is a lot of fluoride in the water, in addition to lead. You know, there's a lot of like, I mean, I don't want to say chemtrails, but there's like things in the air.
I don't
want to say
chemtrails in the air.
No, you
but
shouldn't.
my pineal
Why would we
glands
feel like
you'd
we're
be wrong.
seeing everything, you know?
What you just said led me to believe that maybe this effect is less prominent with women because we're better at following our intuition. And
I think also it shows the fact that we see it for what it is it shows that like there's more evidence than ever that we're living in like a 5D time period.
whoa.
We're maybe more access.
What
Maybe
the
the more we are like in touch with our like third eye and our like pineal gland, the more we can like tap into like how like variable the like dimension we're even in is. You know, like I think we're able to like maybe touch on some time slips. Like,
So does that mean that you are more inclined to misremember things?
no, I think
Or-
the memories
does it
are
mean you're-
real. Like I think like
What?
Right.
What?
Well, I mean-
think you wish that's what we were trying to
No,
say.
I'm
What?
saying
Yeah.
which side is the intuition? Is the intuition that you're more likely to have remembered that Curious George has a tail, and then it turns out in this reality he doesn't?
yeah, I think
Or
we're
are you
seeing
more
there's
likely-
more than one dimension, and
Okay,
that's the
okay.
proof.
Yeah, I don't think the intuition necessarily has to do with like whether you're remembering accurately or inaccurately, just
Right.
like the conviction
Observing
with
it.
which you remember it.
Dope. Well, I
The
have
feeling,
another
the
one.
gut feeling.
Well, then I guess I'm really intuitive because I forget shit all the time.
I have another one. That would be,
You see, in the reality that I was remembering, that I was in touch with, I remember to take the trash out. But I live in this reality, and it's like I'm just like getting shades of different realities. You know?
It's sad.
Did you forget or did you choose not to remember?
I definitely did it in my memory that I were getting shades of.
You're only fooling yourself.
Wow.
I'm also really good at that. It's true.
all right. So one more. We all know and love him. It's Mr. Rogers.
Do we all agree that we love Mr. Rogers?
I think he's pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't heard it like anything.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm fucking for him. And
Yeah.
if you're not, you can keep it to yourself. It's not important.
There you have it.
Can somebody go ahead and sing me like the first 2 or 3 lines of his theme song? Anybody know?
It's a
Absolutely
wonderful
not.
day in the
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
neighborhood.
Beautiful
A
day.
beautiful day in the neighborhood.
No.
Would
okay.
you be mine?
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
It's a beautiful
It's a
day in the neighborhood.
What?
It's a fucking wonderful
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's just not wonderful, but
Yeah,
it
I
is
remember beautiful being the second. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day to
You
be
think
neighbors.
both?
Won't you be mine?
Okay.
Won't you be mine?
I might believe you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful
Yeah.
day in the neighborhood. Just
I haven't watched that show in a while.
Or is it?
Wow,
it's
sad.
such a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
It's
It's this alternate reality where I just spilled my LaCroix on
Okay,
myself.
so here's the thing. You guys are arguing over words that don't matter because what's actually under contention, you guys all agreed on. It's the neighborhood, but it's not. It's this neighborhood.
What the fuck?
It's
Get
a
the
beautiful
fuck
day
out.
in
Oh,
this
yeah.
neighborhood. A beautiful
I guess
It
we're all
just
really
doesn't
intuitive.
even sound right.
to be neighbors. Would you be mine? I don't
Yeah,
know.
that one
That's
feels like
wrong.
one of those things where like they just didn't have
And,
the
like,
most phonetic thing when they
anybody
made the
can,
original.
Google, if anybody can Google like a YouTube video of it and you listen to it, it literally sounds like it's just been changed.
Yeah.
This neighborhood.
Really?
Dude, the Mandela effect was created by the government.
Okay,
There you
wait.
have
Let's
it.
pull up
To
the video.
fuck with us and distract us from fucking
Before
Just like the
real
UFOs.
shit.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
though.
UFOs are different.
Conclusions
That's to me,
before-
it's the same thing. It has the same effect?
No.
Of course, it has the
So
the
does
workers
but so does being
confused.
wrapped up in like the news cycle. And
Okay.
that's somehow
Well, yeah,
more
which is
realistic
also
than
them.
aliens when
I didn't
aliens
say it wasn't
and UFOs
realistic.
I'm
are-
pulling up the video now.
I'm saying the writings
Obfuscated
on the wall,
knowledge.
Mary. Get the net.
Yeah, you want to know where the writings on the wall? On the Egyptian pyramids where there's
Different
spacecraft.
Very-
It's a long intro.
It's alright. That's cool.
Is this an instrumental?
It's a beautiful day in this
What
neighborhood.
the fuck?
Beautiful
That
day.
is whacked out.
This is bullshit.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, maybe if the government did it,
The real Mr. Rogers. The real Mr. Rogers died in Vietnam.
So a good way to just make us all accept that we're like wrong. Like just make us all the
Yeah.
time like, oh, well, I guess I just doubt myself all the time. I don't know.
Right. So I
That's a
won't.
good point.
No,
Start
somebody
the
lied to
revolution.
me. Somebody lied to me. That's how I feel. Like in this moment. Remember.
Yeah,
So
it's weird.
we all heard that.
So how did the government the government go about doing that?
Well, first of all, it's not like government TV, so.
That's true.
Well, think about it.
TTW?
Damn. It's
Think
true.
about it. We all
What the
think
fuck?
we all think certain things are impossible, but that's because money, this paper construct, tells us things cost so much, so many billions of dollars. And what if that's all the trap? And the thing is, really, just it's people with knowledge who are gathered under government sanctions to create this fucked up universe where we're just like at the whim, and we keep just giving into the money,
Sheeple.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But, like, not like that Alex Jones kind. Like, I'm not one of those, like.
No, those guys suck.
I mean, the shooting in Sandy Hook might have been
You
a
were
false
coming
memory.
more from
Let's
a
talk
hot
about the
topic,
shooting
like,
in
sheeple
Nashville,
place,
the
and
naked
I was,
man at the
like,
Waffle
thinking
House.
of,
Did they
like,
catch that
that
guy?
kind
was
of
not
rhetoric.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Gabby, you're
Speaking
a
in that
point person
specific-
on the shooting in Nashville. Can you give us some information on that?
When was it, like, recent?
It was today.
Oh,
Oh shit.
A naked man ran into a Waffle House and shot like 4 people.
I feel like I heard about that a while ago. Does this happen a lot?
I mean, it definitely.
In Tennessee, yeah.
Tennessee, yeah.
My man.
I'm not trying to be the person that like died by gunfire of a naked man.
At a Waffle House.
No, that part of my
I mean, but like, I don't know. A lot of people throughout world history have been shot by clothed
All right.
people.
So we're in with
I guess
the
it
information on this.
Makes a little
Waffle House shooting near Nashville. What we know: 4 people were killed and 2 others were injured after a gunman opened fire at a Waffle House early Sunday morning in Tennessee.
Was he caught? No, that's the one he was on the run for a while.
He was
is-
from Illinois too.
Was he hung?
What's that about? Interesting question. As
Wait,
well.
what did you say?
Was he?
I love that
packing?
everybody almost just like
Did he
skated right
bring
by
the
that.
Sorry.
dick?
Could you repeat that?
I simply asked if he was hung.
Like by the neck.
Right.
For his-
Until
Yeah, he was
then,
already caught
for
and
his
executed.
egregious
It's
sins.
unbelievable.
Wow.
The Tennessee Justice
We're not
League.
talking about neck. He was naked.
I don't
Hung?
know if anyone took any photos
He was
or like,
naked.
looked at his penis. Like,
How did nobody?
Witnesses
how
described his cock as a person.
This man came in. He's shooting everybody. His cock was subpar. I don't know what to do.
I think he said partially naked too, not even fully naked. Dress. I don't know.
Hat had a hat on.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Damn.
Captain's hat
Jesus.
or a Napoleon hat.
so like if you were
Maybe he had this hat on.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the news. You don't want to be like,
Boots.
giving fake news out there.
Boots.
Fake
He had
news.
They
shoes
said he
on.
was naked, but he was wearing a hat.
Fake
Don't
news.
trust the
Fake
media,
news.
kids.
Yeah.
Fake nudes. Sad.
Okay, anyway, back to the topic at hand.
What was the topic?
How would the government actually? Okay, I mean,
How
Back to the
wouldn't they?
topic at hand. Was there?
Who the fuck is this Seymour
I
person?
guess I
Give him
that's
a
just
call.
giving a lot of. That's just
I
giving
can't
a lot
on
of
my
fucking
phone.
They
credit
have
to
like
the
a
government,
they have
I
like
guess, you know?
a fake profile. There's like no information.
Seymour,
on the
you can
profile.
call me.
I looked at him. There's nothing. Look at this. Look at this. What we're talking about on the show. This is Seymour's profile. Explain that, Mary.
Let's see. What does it say?
It says nothing.
Hold on, zoom in.
This guy is fake. This is the government coming to shut it down.
Oh shit! Yeah, maybe he's an agent.
Well,
Are you an
if he
Illuminati
is-
reptile, Seymour? If so, call in.
Do you
We'd love
guys
to hear
even
from
want to
you.
actually talk about reptiles?
No,
Or do you want to just act like it's not even...
I don't care about reptiles.
Well, guess what? You have a lizard fucking brain, so maybe you should care a little more about your own brain, Joey.
Joey, you fuck lizards?
No.
This turned into
You have a
really
lizard fucking brain.
turned into a large
Apparently.
scale problem.
Large
Scale, you are so good!
Damn
That's
it.
pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, my phone's there.
Wow, and you were... That's a little bit...
I don't even know why I came.
Joey,
Yeah, we've
Just
already
yelled at
replaced
by
you.
you.
well, we didn't have any intro music this time, so we do need you for the outro.
I think they just invited you for the LaCroix.
Hmm? You didn't bring any LaCroix.
Listen,
No.
listen.
Wow.
I don't want to I don't want to stampede all over your doubt in the things that I vehemently believe in. Vehemently?
Vehemently.
Vehemently.
Seymour says they can't call right now. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see. But Joey, we did never get your opinion on the Mandela effect.
Yeah, so you missed all the sick examples.
I saw some of them.
Oh, you did see some of them. Alright, well, you missed most of the sick examples probably. But, what are your thoughts? It seems like you're open to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I would say that I am, like, convinced that there are... It's like one of these other things, like, there's just not enough objective information for me to say with certainty or confidence.
Well,
Agnosticism.
Yeah, but I'm definitely not going to say it's impossible. That would also require more information than
I mean,
have.
it's less so whether or not we think it's happened, because it's a phenomenon regardless of the explanation of it.
True.
I guess it's just whether you believe the explanation is just people are dumb and have bad memory, or whether it's like something else.
I'm sure.
I think it could be both.
Yeah, I think it's probably both.
Somebody's fucking with us, and we're also very vulnerable to it given our very impressionable memories.
Can I get a La Croix?
Actually, there's not
Apparently
one
we're-
for
Make a
everyone.
What? There's no more?
Yeah.
Can I get your keys?
Yeah.
What are you surprised about?
Alright, should we take a break?
You guys can keep going.
This is getting pretty-
Hey, Vinny wants to call in.
Oh, shit. Yeah, please
Get him
call
on the
in.
phone.
Cold.
Is he on the phone with you?
No, I just am watching. I'm
Gabby.
one of the 5 that's watching.
Are you trying to go to this thing afterwards?
Where are you guys going?
Oh, shit. Seymour's back.
Gabby, are you trying to go to this
What up,
thing
Seymour?
afterwards?
To what?
Euphoria.
Yeah. Matt's gonna come here and take us up.
This is the best news I've ever heard.
Somebody from Ohio is calling me right now.
Say yes.
Ohio.
That's Vinny.
Say
Oh,
Ohio.
word. Hi.
Put him on speaker near the microphone.
Hello?
Vinny, welcome. You're on.
Hang on,
Saturday
let
Live.
me- hang on, hang on.
Yeah.
Something good.
Okay, Vinny, welcome to Saturday Night Live. You're on the air.
And it's Sunday.
Oh man, this is so exciting. I've been watching you guys from my bedroom.
Hell yeah, that's so cool.
So you guys talking Mandela effect, eh?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think that I believe that other dimensions, alternate dimensions,
Get to
maybe
the
even
point,
alternate
Vinny.
Timelines are, what?
Keep it moving. All right. What was your point?
Okay, I'm trying to get there. Alternate dimensions and maybe alternate timelines. I believe in. I believe in alternate dimensions. Alternate timelines are another thing. And I think the Mandela effect is not necessarily proof that alternate timelines exist, but like it's kind of more akin to deja vu. And it's just this weird thing. People are notorious for
What the
having.
fuck do you know?
Yeah, you've never felt the Mandela effect?
Of course I felt it before. I too thought Sinbad was in
Sounds
this
like he
movie,
hates
but
himself.
it turned out to be Shaq. You know?
You said you were hanging out with
and I
Shaq?
can't- Huh?
What's your credit card number?
I'm not going to give that to you on the air.
Wow.
But in private, you will?
Cuck. Sad. Alright, we'll see you later, bub.
Wait. Oh.
All right, bye.
Wow.
That was
That's
great.
so great to hear from a real live listener.
Yeah.
If you
You
call
were-
in, we won't call you a cuck.
I mean,
Joey, I guess you can't guarantee that. I don't know. It's kind of
I'm not gonna say that I won't. In the same way, like, what is what? You know, like the fucking
Well, listen, I think Vinny had
diarrhea.
Okay.
at least some concept that, both the multiple timelines and the phenomena of Mandela could exist
Yeah.
Yeah.
effectively.
Cop out answer.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree with you that I hate
Vinny
the
called in
wishy-washy.
to cop out.
Yeah, pretty much. So I guess cuck
We've
wasn't
got a
exactly
comment.
wrong.
Seymour Mamie says, don't take a break, but I also want to show the people that Seymour's profile picture is now a lizard person.
Who is Seymour?
Oh, shit. He's one of the Illuminati!
Can we
No.
see that? Yeah, we can see
Yeah, I
that.
see that. For
Oh,
sure.
real quick flash poll. Do you guys
What does this
believe
do for
cats
you?
are aliens?
They are very terrestrial.
Again,
But are they
again, no.
extraterrestrial?
I
Yeah,
think-
that's kind of what I was trying to
I think
assess. I'm still thinking.
Oh, I was just
Poll,
saying.
comment down below.
I think that
Oh, yeah.
I think that cats, some cats have basically been commandeered by specific aliens.
They have
Commandeered.
reptilian eyes.
I want to know why
Yeah,
you guys
sorry,
keep
commandeered.
reimagining the way words are pronounced.
Maybe you have a
Yeah,
different.
maybe you guys are just
No, maybe
misremembering
you're just
the way
wrong.
the words are pronounced
No,
because you're
no.
not intuitive. Like maybe.
It almost
Wow.
feels like people are using the Mandela effect to gaslight me right now.
I mean,
I
cats
don't know.
kind of do have reptilian eyes,
See, that's one of the ones that's been
which means
that's
they
been,
could be from the hollow earth.
been taken over. See,
From the
'cause,
hollow
I mean,
earth.
most cats are just normal mammals, but some have been their brains have been like fucking supplanted by like AI fucking
Say
controllable fucking
I think
aliens,
Mama's, yeah.
man. I'm telling you.
No,
Some of them
I-
are really like very like not normal fucking cats. They try to be like
Cat
cats.
doesn't
Ow,
fuck with
ow,
you,
you
Joey.
know. So I'm
This
just saying.
cat is a tomato.
I'll believe that. I'll believe that. If someone told me that, I believe it. I'm just saying. Seems that.
Listen, I believe it, and we believe it. I think we all believe that.
Okay.
Believe what?
All
I
right.
don't know if I believe that all cats are aliens, but
That's
I
what I'm saying,
definitely
some of them.
believe
I'm
that this cat-
100 that cats are not aliens.
But Mel is.
No, Mel is a little tiger.
That is not
Look, she's
true.
like she's fucking
That
froze
is
up
a
in your
really
arms.
cute
Yeah, the
cat.
same way a tiger would be if
She's
I
an
was a
alien.
giant and I could pick up a tiger. This is what it would do. It would be like, whoa.
what?
I don't know if I can
Mm.
corroborate that as fact,
No, you can't. You don't know.
but you do.
Sure.
See, I think the other thing is here we're at those edges of where things are provable or not. That's the whole problem.
Well, let's take a real
Well,
quick.
Guys, we've been on for an hour. Yesterday we ended at about the same time.
We could come back
Do
for
we want to sign
2.5.
off and come back for round 2 like we did yesterday when we're ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So sign off, Mandela effect, final take. I'll go first. Because I have to switch the camera for this.
Verified or
Mhm.
nah?
I think it's verified. I think it just depends on, I don't know exactly which reason. I think the most believable one is that it's just like some time travelers like fucking up a little bit of shit. Like
That's
probably
the most
once
believable
once they like, you know, once time travel's a thing, I imagine there's gonna be a lot of like rules and like stipulations about what you can and can't do. It'll probably be kind of like an observe only situation. In which case, like, yes, the only changes that would occur would be like the most small, minute things, as opposed to like assassinating Hitler. I think that's a little bit more believable than like some hadron collider.
Do you think time travel's more believable
Well, I mean, both
than
are real.
The Hadron Collider.
Well, I mean, I just don't see how that would affect anything.
The Mandela, right?
I can't jump from there to there.
I
I,
get-
think it's
I
much
get you.
easier to jump to time travel and then see if that could happen. I think it's a lot weirder to be like, collider, it did something to the universe. Alright, switching the group feed.
Hmm.
Alright, Joey. Mandela effect. Is it real?
Yeah.
Chris.
Well, I definitely feel like my position has been nudged a little bit because I was thinking that it was just completely psychological, but now I like the idea that maybe there's some malevolent actor that's doing this because then it's just fucking with us. And I can totally believe that if there was some kind of some technology or something that someone possessed that would be able to do that, I think that would be a really good way to get
But to
people
what
to
game?
doubt themselves.
Oh, to doubt themselves.
But yeah, because if you're like starting
To
to doubt,
prov-
if
oh,
you're
yeah,
just
to
able to
prevent
accept
the
like,
revolution,
oh, I guess I just
communist
misremembered that. Oh, I
confirmed.
guess I just misremembered that. Oh, and then you're just next thing you know, you don't know anything and you doubt yourself entirely, and then you have no
Here you go.
agency.
Here you go, Fidel.
There you go.
That's reversible too.
Oh,
That's
God.
nice.
All right. Well, anyway, but I still think it's mostly I think it could be explained as mostly like psychological. I think is the most likely thing. But if someone can produce some kind of evidence to me that there's something that's doing this malevolently, I believe it. There you go.
Just after each.
Right, it's my turn. Let's see. After all of like the compelling things that have been presented to me throughout this show, I honestly would like to say that all of these theories could exist simultaneously within the alternate reality theory, and thus there is this widespread consequence of everybody remembering it a certain way, but the reasons that they remember it differently could be different depending on what the consequence that led to it in their particular reality is.
So you're saying it's bigger than that?
Definitely. Yeah, let me know if you have any more questions on that.
Mary.
Really? Okay. Thank you.
Just wanted her to get a proper applause.
I just want to say that I'm really happy to hear what you guys have to say about this because
It's not me.
did you say you believe in it? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
Actually,
okay,
I agree
you're
with you
right, it's
too.
alright.
No, I just
I
still
understand.
feel heated up about
Me in
some
general.
things
You're
from
just
the
feeling
other
Mel
episode.
right now? That's rude.
I'm sorry. I really do need to like
Cool off.
yeah. I think it's proof that like yeah everything's possible, and that's great.
No,
I'm happy to hear we're good on this one.
Alright, so I think we all kind of... Okay, don't
Well, it's just you didn't really like give into the Hollow Earth very much yesterday, and I
No,
think
not-
that's
not
why
at
I
all.
brought this energy today because I like was
can't
still a
respect
little.
people's differences.
Did you guys not agree to disagree, or did you?
I just
I
thought
did.
the fact there were Nazis
Well, you
there
didn't
would
agree,
mean
it's
you
just
were
you did.
for sure on my side, and then it turned out no one last night was on my side about Hollow Earth.
I said, and I even said that I believed that flat Earth was possible on the grounds that it is like full of communists.
I said Hollow Earth. You said Flat Earth.
Isolation breeds genius.
No, I said Hollow Earth.
Okay.
Just because you're
Flat
alone
Earth is not
doesn't mean
real.
You're wrong.
What?
I said isolation breeds genius. So just because you're alone doesn't mean you're wrong.
It also doesn't mean you're right either.
Hell no, it doesn't.
That's so good.
Play him off, keyboard cat.
Quiet.
It is a little quiet, isn't it? Yeah, this is how we feel about the Mandela effect.
Is that song from that James Bond movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is from the hit band Wings. Kids love this band.
This is from
Mandela effect. Right?
Yeah.
Are there any sit graphics on the screen right now? Nice. That's cool. I don't know what they are. It's just comforting to know that they're there. That's like an alternate reality. It's like I'm in this reality where I'm sitting right here.
Well, there you go,
But
right
there's
there.
another reality where people are watching me with some sort of sit graphic around me
And
or
that
near
seems
me.
like the same reality due to the nature of like filming versus like the audience.
But is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. There you go. There you have it.